Hello, everyone. Happy Pride. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with me today.
Of course. Love your room color.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a little agreeable voice.
Yeah.
Your background is perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, let's go and get started here. First off, tell me, how excited are you that this movie is finally being released for the world to see?
Excited and terrified.
I'm excited already.
It's a mixture of emotions, you know?
Yeah. I'm excited to watch the dubs in different languages.
Yes.
I never
Speaking of the
thought of
world,
that.
yeah.
My Swedish dub
Okay.
tagged me on Instagram.
Oh,
Serious?
wow.
He was like, can't wait to be Matt Rogers in this Swedish version of Fire Island.
I wonder what words they had trouble translating. They were like, there's no equivalent.
Anything
But Bowen, I interviewed Joel a couple weeks ago, and he told me that this film is not only based on Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, but it was also inspired by the first time you two went together to Fire Island.
Yeah.
What did you think when he brought up the idea for this film?
I thought that it was brilliant. I mean, I remember the copy he brought with him, this green paperback copy of Pride and Prejudice, and we were poolside, I believe, and he turned to me and went, God, wouldn't it be so great if someone wrote a screenplay and made a movie about Fire Island, but it was mapped onto the beats of Pride and Prejudice? And I went, that is a great idea, thinking nothing of it. And then he calls it a threat that he made good on, and years later, we all got drafts of it. And but it's just amazing that like it is this fully realized work that is both a tribute to this author that we all love and also sort of a facsimile of his own life. Like I feel like there's such an amazing alchemy there that he pulled off.
For sure. And Andrew, you were in that same interview with me and Joe as well. So for our Instinct readers, can you talk about why you wanted to come on board and direct this project?
Yeah, I got the script about a year into the pandemic, and at that point I hadn't seen my friends in a long time, like gone out to a bar or a club to go drinking and dancing and be stupid. And I saw in Joel's script like so much of what I was missing in my life. I saw a script that was focusing on queer Asian American friendship, that was celebrating queer joy. It just felt really important for me to make, in this moment.
Great. And Bowen, back to you for a second. Fire Island addresses the intersections of race, class, and dating. What do you think it will do for Asian representation?
Oh, that's so, gosh, I couldn't speak to like the totality of what the effect will be, but I think what Andrew and Joel have done is told a story about queer Asian people who are sort of intrinsically showing who they are. I think everyone's ideal as a performer and an artist is to show something and present something that resembles their complete selves. And I feel like that's something that Andrew and Joel have done, is that we're all complete people in a way. Even the characters that are, that are maybe hard to relate to or that are, antagonizing, like you still see them as these developed people, I'm saying like one of my favorite characters in the movie is Cooper. I stand Cooper. It's crazy. Like, and the fact that I can like love Nick Adams' portrayal of that.
Your answer to queer Asian American representation.
Yeah. So what was the chemistry like between everyone? Was it all kumbaya?
It's chaos. It's
Control.
I will say it was literally from our first day. We did a table read, and then Andrew had some of us hang back and just talk about our experiences on the island and tell stuff. And like from the moment, certain folks knew each other already, but like literally from day one, it was like just like super glue. Everyone really just came to this shoot with an open heart and open mind, and really just like we text each other pretty much every single day, and everyone is just like so kind and so nice, and it really I think it really shows in our movie as well. It's like what you see on screen is really what it's like outside of the movie as well.
For sure. Ultimately, what do you hope audiences take away from Fire Island? For anyone to answer.
Well, I hope that they feel like they went on the trip with us. And I really feel like, having watched the now completed film, it does feel like that. Like when the film ends, you have that same nostalgia of when you're riding away on the ferry, and a little bit of that same exhaustion as well. I genuinely feel like, you know, for me, who I'm most excited is going to see this movie are you know, queers that have not been there, that really want to go, that can have some semblance of an experience with their chosen family through this film. I think it's really important, and I don't think that film is really out there. So to be a part of that is very special.
For sure. And I love that Fire Island was shot largely on location. Why should every LGBTQ person visit at least once in their lifetime? What makes it so special?
I think Joel said it really, really succinctly in an earlier interview when he said, when you're pulling up to Fire Island, you can feel the heteronormative like weight come off of you. Mm-hmm. And this was my first time ever going to shoot this film, and I didn't expect that sense of belonging to be hit with it so immediately. But it is real, it's there. That magic is a real thing when people talk about it. So yeah, I think that's a huge reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
My first trip out there was the first time I'd ever been someplace that existed with just queer people. And so it was the first time that I really understood what pride meant and what it felt like. And I was able to then carry that sort of confidence of just being 100% myself back into my real life and kind of just take up space more and sort of stand in my power a little bit more, which I was really able to recognize after going and spending a week there and coming back to the city.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, before we wrap up, do you mind if I take a screenshot for social media purposes?
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you a countdown, okay?
Social media. Give us a good 3 count.
I think it's good for us.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, my love.
You need it. You have to try it.